Yay. I hope breakfast was good. Additional options. It is a good program for you today. I hope you find it to follow, and I look forward to getting your feedback in the post survey. So I was going to introduce of the welcomer. So here is someone that y'all know very well. She's in role. Congratulate her on her new.
We do better than that. We made it off 45. We got here. We had some coffee. Welcome to Lone Star College Montgomery. Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, my name is Amy Cooper, and it is such a pleasure and an honor to be back at Lone Star College Montgomery. So I am the new Executive Director of Communications, Outreach, and Engagement here. So wonderful to be back. Thank you. Thank you so much. But it is my honor today, so you can truly feel welcome at this campus because you are family when you are here, and you will hear that from our president. Please welcome Dr. Reid-Hart.
Good morning. Let's try it one more time because I know we're excited for a new year, right? New adventures, new successes. Good morning. All right. Thank you. Welcome to Lone Star College Montgomery. I am so proud to serve as the president here. I'm going off script. They're going to kill me. I'm so excited that you all are here, and that it's our chance to host. And I am sure our faculty, our staff, and administration will welcome you with open arms. We have people all around the college to help you if you have any questions or need any help. But let me get back on script before my team really roll their eyes at me over here. Good morning and welcome. All are the engine that keeps this system running. The academic year is especially meaningful for us here at Lone Star College Montgomery as we continue to celebrate our 30th year anniversary. Thank you. For 3 decades, this campus has been shaped by committed faculty and staff who believe in access, opportunity, and the power of education to change lives. That legacy is strengthened by the collaboration, shared purpose that we see across our entire Lone Star College system. And today's students benefit directly from that collective work. Curriculum Team Day is a reminder that the work you do behind the scenes truly matters. The conversations you have today about curriculum, instruction, and student learning have a real and lasting impact in the classroom and beyond. What you build and refine together helps ensure our students are supported, challenged, and prepared for what comes next. Today is about connection. It is about connecting ideas, connecting teams, and reconnecting with our shared values and purpose. It is an opportunity to step back from the day-to-day, hopefully you feel that way, and focus on how we can continue strengthening the educational journey for students across our campuses this semester and beyond. I hope today's conversations and work will spark new ideas, reinforce what is working well, areas in which we need to improve, and remind us of the collective impact we have when we work together. Thank you again for your contribution, your expertise, and your commitment to our students. I hope you have a productive Curriculum Team Day and a great start to the semester. As part of today's celebration, we have 2 special gifts to share. If you have a silver star on the armrest of your seat, please raise your hand and Amy will bring a gift to you from our campus. Thank you and have a great year.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Reid-Hart. If you have questions during this session, and actually throughout the day, if you've thought of something that needs a more thoughtful response, you can submit using, you should have seen on, I think about every other chair, there was a piece of paper with a QR code to submit to our form. Here's also the QR code, and we'll have it on a couple of other slides throughout the presentations. Please use that to submit your questions, and we have two question moderators, the Q&A moderators, Dr. Jeff Roberts and Connor O'Sullivan, who will be reviewing the questions, and at the appropriate times, they're going to ask the questions to the presenters on your behalf. Okay, thank you so much. And now I'd like to bring up Dr. Hagerty for the spring update. Thank you.
Great. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Dr. Christina Hagerty. I'm currently serving as your Interim Chief Academic Officer. So number one, I wanted to thank Dr. Reid-Hart, thank our Board of Trustees, our Chancellor, and again, all of the cabinet members for supporting our work at our campuses, as well as all our VPIs and deans. We don't operate without administration, but more importantly, this is your day, faculty. You are the gem of all of the student work. And so we keep this day. I know, although contrary to belief, I know it's a time out of your busy schedule, but this work is so pertinent every semester. And so we need to carve out that time and value this time together as colleagues and as curriculum experts. Anyway, so to get started, I just wanted to bring up, as you all know, we had let out the 89th legislative session, and coming down the pipeline, we have some new codes, some new practices. And so what that means, Lone Star College system has to adapt, evolve, and change, and more importantly, become compliant, okay? So what that means, my office helps set the operational standards of how we will be implementing some of this compliance to all of the campuses. We are a large ship, so we try to put up the bumper rails, like as I always say. So to begin, I just wanted you to know there's big updates that really affect most everyone, especially our core gen ed. As you know, we had SB 37, and there's three just key pieces that I wanted you to or draw your attention to. And one is being that our governing board, so when you see the word governing board, that means our Board of Trustees for Lone Star College, that they have to conduct a comprehensive review every 5 years for our general core. Everyone should be aware the general education, so the component areas, you hear 090, 050, the, competencies, and, if you don't know all the adept, I have to give you a class on that. But just if you're part of the core, the general education, it is currently being reviewed across the state. So we do anticipate changes, and those changes will be implemented as they are released. There are a subcommittee at the state made up of all representation of the different colleges and community colleges and universities. So the work is happening this semester and further along, but if there is a mandatory change to institutions, it will be released and we will change. So if you notice, the review happens every 5 years. So if there's change, we may have an intermittent piece that we have to do along the way, but just be aware that it's happening now at the state. So if you're part of the core now and they come in and reduce the core, you'll know why. And so it's not Lone Star College. We may have some autonomy or some discretion, what maybe pieces or courses or say certain disciplines that go in, but we will see how it comes out. I don't have any updates as where that is other than they're meeting and discussing. And we did, as Lone Star College, provide feedback to the core committee as to the state. The second piece is the institution submits, which is Lone Star College, annually to the Board of Trustees for regular changes in the general education. So that is really nothing new. Amy's team, curriculum team, my team, we submit the changes to the board. If you've ever looked at board agenda items, we update them regularly on any additions to the core or deletions to the core. So that's not so much new for a practice for a Lone Star College. And the last one is, the addition is the governing board, again, Board of Trustees of an institution of higher ed may. And so I'm highlighting in yellow the big pieces to take away, may appoint. So I have submitted some business process and operations around that. We do currently have a core committee who reviews and assesses 2 different groups. So we're looking at maybe hopefully maintaining that as long as it gets approved and then submit to our governing board. So once things get approved and submitted, you will get the final update on the actual operation of this. But I just want you to be aware if there are any changes happening, you know why. It's not just we're implementing just because. Anyway, yeah, oh, sorry. Next one, Senate Bill 25. I'll give you a second to read, but the biggest goal of this one is to, again, keyword, the higher ed education must be able to provide the opportunity, not require, opportunity. So as you know, biology folks out there, if you're in part of that discipline, we have to offer it on our course schedule every semester. So just be aware, it's a part of our code, it's mandated, and so this is our way of operationalizing. We will have to audit just to ensure on Lone Star's inventory holistically, right? As an institution, we're an institution as one, that we offer this course. So we can't just delete it or, nutrition. So there's components. So if you're sciences, if you have any questions, we will be available to answer those. Use your QR code. Next. Okay. Program review. Dr. Roberts, the institutional effectiveness team, which is led by Dr. Roberts, Jeff Roberts, is piloting this group of disciplines: biology, dental hygiene, live entertainment, music, and welding. We had to kind of revise, and we're still in the process of looking at program review. I call this program health status. How are our programs doing? We need to get to a point as a system that we can pull up any particular program and say, hey, how's your enrollment? How are your success rates, right? How is your persistence? How is your funding? All of the things to ensure that we are properly putting the resources and efforts as a system around program health. So it's gonna evolve, look a little different. And again, there is a Texas code that requires us as a system, which I didn't put here, but this is the starter, the key igniter of why we're having to push forward this work in a different way. Because we have to have particular enrollments in a program for them to be maintained in our inventory. If they go below, having 5 graduates in so many years, there is a key piece that we have to answer to as an institution. Why are they still on our books? So again, I leave you with the message: program relevancy to our students and program success is important to our institution, and making sure that we're producing not only graduates, but students who are gainfully employed and leaving us with certain skills. That's the direction of our higher education mandates. So if you ever have a time, or if you ever want some extra reading, please note, start looking at the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board and look at all the requirements and updates to all the bills. We try to inform you of all the major changes, because if you ever read a bill, they're very comprehensive, and you're trying to figure out, number one, what does it mean? And number two, how do we as a system operationalize all of those key components to make sure we're compliant with the law? So, program review, if you're part of this, thank you for supporting the work and efforts of our program. I think of Jeff's team. There's Jeff. I was just at Deb, Sherelle, Cherie. I'm trying to think. Who else is there? I think yeah, Michelle. Where's Michelle? Where are you? This group. Okay. Again, much work going into it and efforts through his leadership, and so just know it doesn't come easy. And give it. Again, be patient. Be graceful. We're trying to get through a new process with this. SAC's 5th year under the umbrella of Dr. Roberts. Institutional effectiveness owns accreditation and support, all of those through the CAO office. No, it's coming quicker than we keep saying. I'm just reminding you because we're going to start tapping some subcommittee writing teams. Again, if you want that experience, please reach out to Dr. Roberts. He needs writing folks, but more importantly, operational folks who have an understanding of all of those particular compliance standards in the sex profile. So coming soon. Okay, online, everybody knows Dr. Robert Green, who is the leader of, where's Robert? And Robert, Larry, okay, there you are, there's my group. They are doing a lot of great work and moving forward through the processes. So just here's some new updates regarding Microsoft Teams and D2L being integrated together to support. There's going to be streamlined course communication, and please remember VTAC. Go to VTAC, go to the online services. If you have any questions, please reach out to Dr. Robert Green as well as Larry Maps and their team, and I want to thank them. They have endured a lot of changes over this last academic year. Not only, we have PeopleSoft upgrades, we have simple syllabus integration, all of the things in and out that they manage. It's a lot to keep the system of online, so the LMS going, D2L. So thank you, Robert, and everyone on your team for that. But reach out. He has a newsletter that will be going out or has gone out and update, but always refer back to the main site for any changes to that, or invite his team or your instructional designers or technologists to your department. We have a team of people who are ready to serve you at your local campus. So don't be afraid to reach out and invite them. That's what they're there for this week. Kicking off. Academic calendar updates. I have sent out many emails. As you all know, I've been directed to send out, I did send it out right before the end of the break, December. Please note there's a link in there to review the academic calendar. If you have any concerns or any, or just need clarification on something, please give us the feedback in that form. On the form, I will be sending out again another reminder of the academic calendar. Again, we have a lot of stakeholders that play a role in the academic calendars. It's not just the academic folks. We have the business office, financial aid, again, police, HR. There's many stakeholders in this. And who are our key members on there? If you're a part of the academic calendar, raise your hand. I know, oh, there you go. There you go, Jason here. Representation and your VPI. Just please note there's a lot of moving parts, but they did a great job and thank y'all for that. Next thing, simple syllabus. All faculty should be utilizing it this semester. So I understand there's a little bumps and curves. We never promised that there wouldn't be bumps and curves or, little pebbles thrown at us in the middle of the process. We have integration with PeopleSoft and there's glitches and things. And number one, by the way we are organized, it does have it does have pieces that, maybe make it a little difficult. I understand the approving. If you need to update, that's a conversation. So again, we are looking at all the pieces to simple syllabus and trying to improve. But ultimately, it is faster. Once you build it once, it gets a little faster and better and more student-friendly for our faculty. Questions? Robert Green's team are helping us navigate through all of those questions. Next, sabbatical leave. As you all know, we had paused sabbatical leave. There's a subgroup of individuals. If you are on the subcommittee, raise your hand. If you're here, Sandra, I'm trying to think, Katie, team, Stephanie, some groups. There's a group of individuals, faculty, and some administrators working on the components of the compliance items. And I think everyone realized, wow, it's going to take a little bit of time and effort to get through all of these compliance items to streamline a full holistic process. Once that work is completed, it would be sent in for approval. Then we will continue with sabbaticals. At this point, we are not, at this point, taking applications. So I think someone asked me, are we taking applications? I have not asked to move forward with that piece just yet because we need to be able to submit a proposal first and get that approved. Next, micro-credentials. Lone Star College system is bringing Fourth, micro-credentials. If you want to know what they are and you're asking yourself, what the heck are those things? Come to Dr. Laura Bentecourt's session today. It's part of, we're going to start off with continuing education. And again, it's to bring light of skills sets that some of our employers, industry need without going on the credit side. Again, this is not on credit, micro-credential, outcome-based learning. So just be very clear and internal. We're going to utilize this for professional development on our end. So just be aware, Dr. Bentecourt will be doing a presentation today. So come and learn about that. Study abroad, changes are coming soon. Again, a little bit of changes happening, and Dr. Katie Crusoe's up here. And so she will be reconvening possibly some of that work and announce all of those updates. But just note, again, just a little bit of regrouping time to enhance our processes. And again, questions, please work with your campus administration as well as submit us through the QR code if you have any particular questions on study abroad. But work is happening. We're trying to get it all going on that part. Oh, good news. And I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Megan Mariveles. I just want to thank, if you have worked on the early education AAT, raise your hand. I think we borrowed a lot of campus through the direction of also Rebecca Sized, Dr. Jeff, Roberts, Megan, I'm trying to think everyone else, Amy's team. Yeah, I was like, Amy, where are you? Curriculum management. It takes many people to get a bachelor degree written, submitted, revised, submitted, and working through the state to get it go. So this will be our 5th bachelor's degree. Lone Star has 4. This will be our 5th. Congratulations, everyone. It's a big accomplishment. Woo! As you know, it is housed under Dr. Megan Mariveles, so I'm going to pass it to her, and I want to introduce Dr. Megan Mariveles, who is our acting senior AVC over curriculum instruction.
Thanks, Dr. Hagerty. We don't need to look at that picture too long. Good morning, everybody, and Happy New Year. It's good to see everybody's faces this morning. I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible. As Dr. Hagerty mentioned, the new bachelor's degree in early childhood education and teaching is the 5th bachelor's degree for Lone Star College. If you didn't know, our other bachelor's degrees are a BAS in emergency management, a BAS in energy manufacturing and trades management, and a BAT in cybersecurity, and then our nursing RN to BSN degree. So this will be our 5th degree, pending SAC's approval. Thank you, Jeff, for reminding. So we did get approval from the coordinating board, and our next hurdle is SAC's approval, which has already been submitted. So we're waiting for that. We will also then have to submit to TEA for certification approvals as well. So as Dr. Hagerty mentioned, implementation for this new 5th bachelor's will start fall 26 at 2 locations, Lone Star College Montgomery Creekside Center, and then Lone Star College Kingwood Atascocita Center. So that's planned for fall 26. And then in fall 27, the plan is to expand to Lone Star Sci-Fair. Any questions about that? Just submit them through the whatever y'all are using. The 30-30 tile. So the professional learning and growth institutional service tile, which I think we've all affectionately now, I say affectionately like this, are referring to it as the 30-30 tile. Everyone should be using that now to document their professional learning and growth and institutional service hours. Deans and VPIs and presidents, there is a dashboard coming. I'm actually checking on that this week, where you can go and you'll be able to see the progress of all of your employees. Faculty credentials tile, which used to be known as the initial hire worksheet, which is a tile in the academic affairs tile. There is a host of updates that are coming. I mean, like a page long of updates that are coming to the faculty credentials tile. They worked on programming that all during the fall semester, and I will be testing that with the help of some folks from that I tapped, testing those things next week, and then they will go into production, barring that we don't have to make any further changes. So once those things go into production, then you'll get communication from our office, making sure that you know what the changes are so that you know what you're looking at. Oh, that's okay. Here's what I think was on the next slide. I I was just telling her this morning, I was like, I'm not sure what I'm talking about today. Yeah, so I get asked this question a lot across the system. And so I just thought I would try to explain how our current Associate of Arts in Teaching degree that we have at all the campuses is related to the new bachelor's degree. So the Associate of Arts in Teaching is housed at those campuses, and it reports up through campus leadership like everything else, through an instructional dean and a vice president of instruction and so forth. The Educator Preparation Program, which is what this is called in code, right, has two arms to it. One being our new bachelor's degree on the left, okay? And then the other being our alternative teacher certification program, which we offer through continuing education. That is intended for students that already have a bachelor's degree who are coming back to get their teacher certification. So when we say EPP, we're talking about the Educator Preparation Program, and we've hashtagged that Ready to Teach. So if you hear Ready to Teach program or EPP, this is what we're talking about, and these are the two arms. So left side is the credit side with the bachelor's, and then the right side is what we offer through continuing education. This is a little bit different, and if you didn't know, I'll explain this. So I was saying that AAT reports up through that campus instructional leadership structure. The bachelor's degrees, as well as the EPP, report up through system office in a different way. So what are you doing? What is happening behind my back? You cannot be trusted. Okay. Anyway, just so you know, so the bachelor's degrees and the EPP all report up to an executive dean of bachelor's programs, which is currently me sitting in the interim. And then that reports up to the senior associate vice chancellor of curriculum instruction, who essentially acts like the vice president of instruction for the bachelor's degrees, which then reports up to the new vice chancellor of academic affairs, who essentially acts as our college president. Does that make sense? So that's how the bachelor's degrees kind of report up. So if you're wondering how AAT is different from what we're doing with the new bachelor's, that's kind of the deal. Now, in order to get into the new bachelor's degree, it is a 2+2 program. So students that have a Associate of Arts, Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education, or the AAT with directed electives will be able to move straight into the bachelor's degree. And we can explain more of that. If you have questions about that, please don't hesitate to reach out to either me or Dr. Rebecca Size, who is our executive director of the EPP. What's the EPP? Remember, it's the two things, right? The bachelor's and the ATCP. Okay? Do I have anything else? Okay. Reminder real quick, the health occupations programs, deans and directors, if you guys will hang back in here for a short meeting with Dr. Hagerty and myself, just a reminder for that. I want to thank Amy Ramirez, the Executive Director of Curriculum Management, and her entire team for putting this on. They do an amazing job. Also, thank you to all of the volunteers across academic affairs that are helping and volunteering today. That's amazing. Also, please join us for the afternoon snack today, which is sponsored by the bachelor's programs. And it is, I think, hot chocolate and cookies, right? It was fun. Yeah. So join us. So make sure you pick up some hot chocolate and cocoa this afternoon. All right. And thank you to Lone Star Montgomery for hosting this today. Other stuff? Okay, I think Dr. Roberts and Connor may be fielding some questions, so we'll.
Are a few questions. There was a couple of questions related to simple syllabus and the syllabi vitae upload through the old iStar system, and y'all can talk about this as well. But
yeah, so You know the tile in your faculty center that says missing, right? And it's red and it's like you're in trouble. I actually put in a ticket earlier this week to Enterprise Application to get that tile probably removed. Okay. It doesn't belong. It doesn't belong to academic affairs, but I did put the ticket in, so I'm hoping we can just get rid of that. You will not have to upload your syllabi to iStar anymore because everything is automatically uploaded to the public simple syllabus, Lone Star Simple Syllabus website.
That is correct. And,
Yes.
and my office does handle the compliance
Yes.
item related to syllabi upload that we used to use the old iStar report for. My office will be using the simple syllabus reporting to pull that for the deans to give you all the compliance updates on that.
Yes, thank you, Jeff. And just please note, when you run into issues as such, please let us know. We don't know something until you tell us. Everybody's like, oh, it's an awful tool. It's an awful thing. If it's something that we can just correct really quick, we need to be aware of it. And then we're happy to address it. And I think that's part of the concern or issues that occur. We just need to know. Any other question?
We had a question about, are there any plans to move towards a single syllabus submission for lecture only rather than a separate lecture for separate lecture and lab versions, as maintaining both can introduce discrepancies and make
Who?
cause confusion?
What's he pointing to? Jeff. Oh. They're pointing to you.
What was the question? Sorry. He was telling me about a lost item that he had found.
These
So
must be questions for Jeff, honestly. They're all mostly about simple syllabus, but they were asking about the question to move towards a single syllabus submission for lecture
For like-
only rather than separate lecture and lab versions.
I mean, we can.
Section might have a separate section for it.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's an answer for that, but where there's a separate section for a lab, I could do that. Versus scheduled separately than courses that have lecture lab built in. So they want to have that combined. Is that possible, Larry? That sounds complicated.
So the reason why there are two is because there is a sections, because the way the sections are set up, and each section has to have a public facing syllabi. So that's why you have two.
Oh.
So that's why I said it's a Jeff question, because it's a requirement for the state. So until they make that change, we cannot give you points to submit. But you can easily import. If you do your course, your lecture, you can easily import that syllabus down to your lab, and then it'll suffice. So they both get posted.
Is there a job aid for that, Larry?
Yes, it's in good time.
But it is something, if we need to entertain that and, look at that, we'll try it. As long as there's not a compliance item, if we can remove that, we will.
we also had a question about the 3030 form. The 3030 form, and my questions just refreshed on me. Now I can't see the response. Hold on. And the overflow room is saying, please talk into the mic.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see here. Where was that? I've lost it. Yes. The 3030 form is unable to be, why does that keep moving on me? It's unable to be recalled. Yeah.
So bear with us here.
The 3030 form is unable to be recalled if you meet your hours, but that doesn't mean the work stops. How can we update if we cannot recall it to make edits?
Yeah. We're working on that. So Jeff, the question was about the 33rd. There's still some technical issues that we're having with it. So we're working through those things. I've been working with Gary Dozier from Enterprise Application on that. So as soon as those things are kind of corrected, you'll get some communication from our office. But yeah, we do know that you can't retrieve it back and there's some issues. So we are working on those things. And if you have other technical issues with the 3030, we are running that through Academic Affairs. So please send me an email or Dr. Hagerty, and we will get right on it. Okay. Yeah, don't do it right now. Don't do it. Yeah. Well, yeah.
So in that vein, there's another question about 30 for 30. Can you save as you complete hours, or must it be completed all at once?
You can save. So you can literally, as you do whatever you're doing, submit that all semester long, save, and at the very end, you can submit.
Another simple syllabus related, for simple syllabus, credit classes that have a CE component have to also be approved, but approvers don't get one discipline of CE. They get every single CE section in their queue. Can we divide CE by discipline? And that may be a technical question to direct.
That depends on how your BPI set it up. So we would have to work with your BPI at that campus, and ask them how they want the syllabus set up. Most of the campuses set up a continuing education group, and everyone gets everything continuing education. But if it should be divided by the department, we can work with your BPI, and we can fix that. So just work with your BPI to get with us.
Another question on if the system is able to make changes to the simple syllabus information after it has been approved, and how would they know that change had been made?
Yes, you can resubmit your syllabus. You can go in and edit it. If you make a change after it's been approved, it will go through the approval process to your dean before it can be resubmitted. And it keeps a track of history of everything. Just keep in mind, the official syllabus of record is the syllabus that is available on the 7th day after class starts. Any changes you make after that is not your official syllabus, unless you make changes to your tentative schedule.
Another question, will the simple syllabus search tool online still work will the syllabus search tool that worked for the iStar syllabus search still work, or will it be rerouted to simple syllabus?
I can speak to that one. So if you go to that page that you would be able to search for the syllabi previously, the old link to the old syllabi search is still there, but it's now for archive purposes of the old syllabi with a link directly to the simple syllabus tool where you can access all of the current syllabi is our public facing component of that. So you got both. Use the new simple syllabus link to track down syllabi current ones, and then that will continue to have an archive of the past ones through simple syllabus as well. But we are maintaining that archive link to the old iStar submitted syllabi as well for archival purposes.
And we have about 15 more questions on simple syllabus corrections and how to get this out of my queue. So I might recommend, where would any of our faculty members go that either have into VTAC?
Yeah. You have any questions about simple syllabus, just go to VTAC. You can search up simple syllabus. There's job aids in there. You can send an email to vtac@lonestar.edu. We'll have a whole team that's waiting to help you guys out.
Also, we're going to take all those questions, and then Robert Green's team is going to answer them all for you, and those will be sent out.
So lots of good questions. I think also they could probably send recommendations to the VTAC site as well, because there are some about could we add semester to CE syllabi and things like that. So I think all of those maybe send the VTAC, or the questions will get answered after the fact, because I think we got a lot more to go through. So. Yes.
Thanks, Larry.
Hey.
Is there anything not about simple syllabus?
For the most part.
There was one question about T-shirts, so I will clarify this. And they were like, "Oh, you don't have to ask the presenters," but I did ask Amy. So if you're wondering about the free T-shirt, that is going to be distributed at dessert. First come, first serve. First 250 to get there. You get your shirt.
Woo!
With the cookie.
With your cookie and chocolate. Well, again, have a great day. Thank you so much for attending.
Logistics.
And wait.
Amy has some logistics.
Amy has a logistics.
If I didn't say it out loud, I would be in trouble. So your curriculum team meeting rooms were posted to the website. There are also printouts available in the lobby. Help is available. We have IT representatives, OTS representatives on every floor. And also virtual support. There is information online and in your room about how to get support there. Please don't forget, I'm excited to meet Dr. Chantel Link. She is the Chief of Industry Partnerships and Career Advancement. Sorry about that. And she's going to tell us about how that connects to, especially these workforce programs, how she's going to help us move the needle towards the chancellor's goals and good outcomes. Also the micro-credentials and leading effective advisory committees. So look forward to seeing you there for that. with Dr. Link's presentation, you can sit down and eat lunch. Get your lunch, sit down, starts at 11:45, pick it up and sit for the presentation. It's going to be great. And then the dessert break, that's nested in between all of that. And that's when you can get your polos, limited sizes. Now, thank you.
Thank
Now,
you.